Education Minister Stephen Lecce announcing sweeping new plans today to overhaul parts of the province's education system. He says schools have to do better, but critics are worried that the government has other motives, like selling off school property to land developers. Al Sweeney is covering the story and joins us live in studio with the latest. Al.
Hi there, Taz. Well, this was the second day of the Education Minister's school overhaul announcement. Yesterday, he announced a new focus on the basics, reading, writing, and arithmetic, and plans to hire 1,000 new teachers to do that. Today, more teacher hiring, along with a focus on school boards and school property. Education Minister Stephen Lecce introduced legislation to carry out these new changes.
It boils down to three key pillars: more accountability, the desire and plan to build schools faster, and improve training for educators.
Under the plan, the government is spending $100 million to hire 1,000 new teachers for the transition from streaming in grade 9. That's on top of the 1,000 new teachers announced yesterday. The Better Schools plan also calls for more provincial accountability over school board spending. School boards will have to submit board improvement plans with public consultation. And it wants to ensure that elected school trustees have the skills and competencies to do their jobs. The government is also talking about maximizing capital assets to support building schools faster, such as using surplus school property for things like long-term care homes or affordable housing, and building more schools and other multi-use buildings or joint-use facilities. Lecce says it's taking too long to build the schools needed to keep up with a growing population, and says this is what parents want.
We really just want the system to be better.
The Hamilton Catholic Board says it likes the new resources for reading and writing, but needs time to go over all the changes.
We will actively participate in the consultation process, and where it needs change or improvement, we will not be shy to point that out.
Teachers' unions weren't so positive.
There aren't enough adjectives to describe how we feel with these kind of announcements when there is no consultation.
We have one of the best education systems in the world. What's happening is the system is underfunded.
And the government's focus on school buildings is making people nervous, especially following its broken promise to protect the Greenbelt.
But you can betcha they'll make sure when those lands become available that they can make those lands available to the people who are interested in them, the people who are their friends.
Or they suspect a privatization scheme.
It's what we saw with healthcare, right? Underfund, 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 and when the system reaches a moment of crisis, suddenly the solution is privatization.
So another issue came out of today's announcement. The government says it wants students to be able to attend school as close to home as possible. The education minister was asked if that's going to mean fewer school buses on the road, but he didn't answer the question.